everybody. I decided to saw up here last night at the top of the grapevine. Flying J up here. When I got moving yesterday, it was way too late to get to Castaic. Would have been full, but by the time I got there. I was just like, screw it.
Messaging.
I'll just stop here. There's usually parking here.
Mountain Park Road.
You're not allowed to talk when I'm talking. You're just not allowed to talk. I don't like you. It's not a bad little place. I always like to come over here. Get some Chinese food for the night. Alright, today is pickup day.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
That's probably weather. And that's probably half my shit in the back of the truck falling over because of bumps. Local heavy rain will occur. I would have to say yes, that is correct. That is very correct. It's right there. It's right above me.
Attention, a new important
That's the other one.
message has arrived.
The second one will usually tell routes. Routes affected. I-5. I just got this truck washed too. Like yesterday, got the works done on it. Got all the mud off my truck. But I put the Rain-X on. Yeah. I always put the Rain-X on. Oh gosh, shift gears, man. Anyways, day is pickup. I took a look at my wind nap. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad getting there. Tone that down a little bit. So we're gonna go pick up some lemons. I know it's lemons because I've been to this place before. What I'll probably do is run the camera when I get to it, show you how it's kind of hidden, how the layout is. You know, the layout's really weird. See, following major routes. She's got Hungry Valley. I think what I'll do is I'll probably show you what we generally do with produce loads. Because generally what happens is that you show up at the place and they never ask for your trailer number. They always want the license plate. So attention, a new
report message has arrived.
Third one. Ooh. So usually what I do is I get to the place, and first thing first is I go back to the trailer, take a picture of the license plate. They usually ask for the license on the truck as well. Just something to keep in mind, you know. Probably a wise move to memorize your truck's license. And then I think what I'll do after that is we'll come back to the pilot and Castaic. And we'll do a scale out. I'll show you guys what I'll do for a scale out. I might actually just I might make my tandem wrong on purpose, just to show you how I adjust it. Because you know, most of the time I can look at the the two things that I generally look at is the weight of the load and where the last pallets end. And just those two things usually gives me a pretty good idea of where to slide the holes to. And you know, I have hardly ever had to go through the scale twice. You know, even if it is off the first time, I generally know like where I need to adjust it to be fine. But we'll go take it back across the we'll take it to the scale. If I can make it off the first time, then I'll show you the math that I use to adjust it, make it perfect. Snow will continue today and tonight. It'll probably be some of the that one's probably more for like Utah, stuff like that. And we're back. You know, mountains. Got all those flowers growing up the side of the mountain. All kinds of cool shades. Alright, we're currently about 6 miles from our destination. So I can get a little bit of rain again. I managed to avoid most of it. There's all lemon trees. All them lemons. Let's turn this back to bright day. We got here a Camaro. No, Chevelle. It's about 70. Let's say big. Sun coming out on one side and storm on the other. Oh, them lemon trees. My grandparents lived in Santa Barbara, and we had a neighbor that had a lemon tree. Sticking on this one. That's some crazy driving there, isn't it? I thought I could cross that bridge. Yeah, maybe. I thought it was more wood. We're going off over here. I'm not quite gonna use this turn lane. Oh, god damn it! Because I'm gonna have to go wide. I'm pretty sure this gal's got the green light. Yeah, there we go. Buy on those rear wheels. Why, but this feels different from the last time I went to this place. I looked it up. I looked it up on the map, and I remember this place. I remember coming here, but apparently I don't remember the route. I could have sworn that I went on the other side of town. See, at spots like this, I start worrying because, I'm just seeing houses. And you often wonder, am I just driving through like a huge residential? How is this in the middle of the road? Question is will I trigger the light? I gotta check out the plug on my trailer. I don't think I'm gonna trigger that light. I don't want to go up there though. Yeah, now you go. He says this is going to be on my left-hand side. If that's the case, I'm coming in on this backwards because last time I came in from the other direction. And I ended up missing the entrance because it should be this place right here. Yeah, I think I just came in backwards. Not the direction that I'm used to. So that's our dock door is there. Okay, this is the exit. Now, I remember last time coming out we had to go that way. Exit only. Your eyes peeled. My entrance should be right about here. Man, with all the rain. Sadakoy. I must be early. Things said 8. Right? Huh? Yeah, 8. It's almost 9. I hate this part. Well, last time I curb checked this thing. Alright. even still like going around it. No engine Eileen. I'm gonna get into areas like this. I'm gonna follow the. Yep. Oh, just barely. Gotta remember to follow the old rule. You know, use the real estate that you got. Cram myself up against this fence. And then I'll go in and do all my paperwork and whatnot. And then we'll probably head on to the next part, you know, go and weigh this guy out. So I'll see you guys again in a few.
Messaging. You have 6 hours and 24 minutes of remaining drive time.
Yeah. Task. Grab a shipper. And done. Alrighty then. Right. Truck is loaded. See, I'm still in the dock here. I could have done the back end video, but I mean there was really nothing to it. You just simply pull around, get the trailer lined up. And, I mean it's really nothing more than a small adjustment. Let's get around this guy. And I'll show you. We'll head over here a little bit. This is our exit.
You have 7 hours and 56 minutes of remaining drive time.
So I already know this is gonna be like a hole one, and it looks like I'm already set to it. I don't know if I've. Oh yeah, that's right. So we know that the load is 41,000 pounds. If you look at it, it's sitting up in front of this black line. And if you look on the side, you'll see that these tires are pretty much under these last pallets, maybe just a little bit forward. And we know that a couple of other pallets are sitting over the drives. Seal time. And if you saw, I already had my load locks in there. Putting the seal on the wrong way. There we go, all nice and sealed up. I'll put the meat lock on later. So if you got a set of pallets over these back wheels, you got a set of pallets over these front wheels, that means that everything in the middle will be spread out between both sets of axles. And there's my little message saying go scale the load.
Oh, messaging.
You ready to go, Kitty? And right off the bat, I can tell you, it feels great. feels really even. Now you're probably asking, you know, how can you tell something just by feeling? Well, if the rear is too heavy, it kind of feels like you're like dragging a boulder. There's a lot of drag on that trailer. Now that's not the only thing that causes drag back there. If you drive along and you feel drag and you know that the load is even, there's a good chance you've got a flat tire. Watch that back wheel again, and we are off. As for the front, one of the things that I've noticed is that it feels like the truck takes longer to speed up and to slow down. That's how I can easily tell that we are loaded on the drives. When everything is even, though, it all actually feels quite smooth. Feels real nice. So now I am going to get headed back to Castaic. We will weigh this out. Like I said, chances are it's going to come out perfect. I'm down to like a quarter tank of gas, and I will go and put in the fuel that I was supposed to actually put in yesterday, but I kind of got this thing where I don't like to fill up until I've got the load. That way, if something comes out wrong, you've got a chance to save it by just simply putting in less fuel. As you can tell, it's been raining a whole lot more since I stopped. And I'm kind of thinking that most of the stuff is just sitting over this one particular hill. Once I get down to like LA and get out the other side, I think it'll probably clear up like a whole lot more for me. I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of my day is spent in sunshine. She's telling me to go this way. Different way than we came in. Gosh darn those lights. Slightly over the stop line there. See, I don't think I can look at my summary right now. Nope. I was gonna check and see what I got left for hours. At this point, I'm kind of assuming that probably just 8 hours. Maybe 9. If I really felt like stopping for another break. time though. I mean, this is a 1,400-mile drive. I could almost do that in 2 days if I wanted. Be way ahead of schedule. Good Lord, the rain kicked in, didn't it? Yeah, that's right. Pile up in front of the semi. I don't like these corners. I don't think this won't be. Oh shit! Yeah, there's an island there in that one. But it's like a 3-lane road, so don't want this lane. Oh, bouncy. Santa Clarita East. That's what the Six Flags is. Coming over. Here I come. Good Lord, the rain is coming in now. Look at that. At least on the bright side though, I've got weight, so I'm not as worried about wind now. It can come, you know, it can come and get me for all I care at this point. I'm like a well-grounded tank. Now, at this point, see, I got 40 miles, pretty much all but like 6 of it is going to be right here. On this road. It's just until, you know, this will take me back to I-5, and then I get on I-5 and only go like a couple miles, and I'll be in Castaic. My window for all that water comes in. Oh, we're gonna do a nice quiet drive back. We'll go and get the feel, and then what I'll probably do is take a look at my fuel list, see where the stops are at. But ultimately, I'm just going to set the nav for the final, so it just comes in as like one big number, and just simply remember where I should be stopping. Because for some reason when I got the fuel recommendation, it didn't put those in as the on the auto nav. This is the one thing, you know, when the roads get wet, we practically create a smoke screen. that's what it is for right now. I got my lemons. I got my destination. Now it's time to just drive. I will get back to you guys in a couple minutes when we get down to the pilot and go across the scale. Ready? Alright, we're about 5 miles away from our pilot that we're going to get scaled out and fill up at. High winds, North 5 through Fort Tejon. Yeah. We're not really going north. I mean, we are, but only like a couple miles. It's not going to be anything that we have to worry about. Bumpy, bumpy. Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. El Camino. My grandpa had one of those. I only got to ride in it once. And then it got sold to the neighbor's kid. I mean, I was still too young to have a vehicle of my own, but man, I wanted that car so bad. Big old V8 in it. Sounded like a beast. I always like the idea of the whole car and truck thing. This guy realizes I'm coming over. In front of me. I take it this guy wants to get off at this exit too. Otherwise, he would have just passed me up. bet if I could have got my hands on that El Camino, I'd probably still have it to this day. I love that car. Only rode in it once, but I love it. We did a lot of driving like on the dirt roads up around where he lived, because I don't think it even had plates on it. None at the time. He had driven it for. Actually, at that point, I can't remember if we drove it when he passed away, or if it was more towards. Oh no, it couldn't be more towards my grandmother, because I didn't go down there for that. She was up here, or she was up with us. Yeah, so it had to be that my father and I drove it when we went down there for the funeral. Got to see a bunch of other cool things too. He had a pair of swords from World War II. Would that be World War II? Yeah, because he was born in 25, and one of them was his Marine sword, and the other one was a Japanese officer sword. Of course, they both had a lot of dents and dings in it, because my dad and my uncle used to sword fight. Kids will be kids back in those days. Didn't think about safety helmets or anything like that. No, we grab a couple swords. I'm coming to get you. Castaic, the last little hub before you go into LA. If you're coming down I-5, where a lot of people like to stop for the night. I think it was over here. Yeah, Walk's Chinese food. I like to go over there. Yes, I've got a Chinese food fetish. It's not really a fetish, it's just that sometimes on the road it's really hard to that's like the one type of food that you really can't find. Alright, we're back. Hello, buddy. Looks like I should have been a little bit farther over this side. Nah, I'm fine. So I said pallets under each one. Pallets up front, pallets just under the back tires. As I pointed out, dead on perfect. I mean, you could look at this and say that I can move back one hole, which would make it even more even. But you gotta remember, I'm putting in about 100 gallons of fuel. That 100 gallons is going to even it out just that much more. So we're actually doing good. I don't need to adjust anything. Nobody gets in there. If I did have to adjust, I would pop that little button back there. You see right here, it's in hole 1. Now in the state of California, we go back to hole 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is where the gap is. So I would be able to adjust it by that much. One thing that one of my trainers taught me was every hole for us is 450 pounds. That's why I said if I move one hole, it would adjust like a little bit from the back and print up front, make them a little bit more even. I'm not worried about that. Missing one of my caps. That's gonna be a bitch trying to find again. I'll have to see if I can find a comp shop at a TA or something like that. I was thinking about buying 40 more of them for the rear. That way it looks even all around. Because currently, I've got my older ones, slightly smaller. And get my DEF. We got jumbo wings, giant pizza, jumbo breakfast burritos. I like these little tiny birds. They hang out at the truck stops all the time. Wait for a truck to pull in. And then pick all the, and then they pick all the bugs off the grill. Of course, I don't really have any bugs because I just washed the truck. A whole bunch yesterday. Wasn't happy to give them to them. Right about there. Yeah, I did a wash on the entire trailer yesterday. It looked like it. Go make it dirty. When I picked it up, it looked like it had been through a pretty bad storm. Oh, but that's fun. I mean, it's like an up and down. This would be another truck, door hinge. Somebody backed into this trailer, we're trying to pull into a spot. And that's that. Let's pull her forward.
You have 6 hours and 34 minutes of remaining drive time.
Who's this?
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
More rain. Man, that list is going to be really far down there. Alright. I am going to take off again because I got to go in the store and get my receipt. Go use the restroom. And I will be back in a couple minutes going through LA. We'll see you soon. Find all that off and like near truck stops and whatnot. Yeah, this place fills up at night, so everybody takes over the walkway. Not very busy today. Gotta go a little wide here. And lined up. Okay, most common rookie mistake. Drivers pop the brakes. Don't pop the brakes. You're at like 750 pounds to your weight. Leave it in gear, turn off the engine.
Morning, welcome to Pilot. First way or rewind?
First way.
Truck number?
32761.
Alright, sir, go ahead, Pascal, come on in. Thank you.
Thank you. Got my own truck number for a second there. Really what it was I was looking at the trailer. I was about to tell her that. Some truck stops will actually ask for the trailer number right there on the spot. I kind of wish they all would. Makes it so much easier. Alright, time to navigate through this packed little lot. Come over here, we go wide. Use the real estate that you got. Make a big old turn. Gonna sit here for 5 minutes, wait for Wilson. You know it's gonna happen. See, part of the problem is that Wilson doesn't have all the room that he normally gets. He's doing fine though. You know, because a lot of times when you're backing up, you can straighten out and go all the way over there. But of course, somebody parked there because that's the only place that they can find a parking space. I gotta say, I really like the colors they use. Just the whole scheme. Especially seeing as how the trailer is black like the truck. You know, putting out a little extra money to make the trailer match the truck really goes a long way. He's got the little satellite dome on the back. I was thinking about getting one of those, but I don't really watch like a lot of regular TV, and that's all it's really for. You know, I've got Netflix on my tablet. That's really all I need. I'm waiting to see if he's going to do a pull out. Now, I thought those things would help with internet service as well, but that's actually not the case. At least not really, as far as I can tell. It does look like you can get it as a add-on, but you have to get the service package for the TV, and then get the internet on top of that. So I'd be paying for something I don't really want just to get something I do want. And from what I've heard, the internet service is not as good as what you get from like the phones. You know, just hotspotting. Which way do I turn my tires? Oh, maybe I go this way. I'm going to use the opportunity to get by him. I think we've had enough waiting. I'm not gonna mock them that much though. Those spots are actually trickier than they look. Doesn't seem like it until you start going into them, and then you know, you start actually questioning, like, you know, are you really a good driver? It's weird. Alright, back into the entrance. Spot open over here. Alright, I'm gonna pause here. I'll go in and get the ticket, and I get my fuel set up, and I'll show you in just a minute here.
Home. Messaging. You have 6 hours and 48 minutes of remaining drive time.
8:18 is what I would have left. So I probably could do another break. I don't know. It's kind of you know. Okay, I'll be right back.